This is the SwishWire podcast.
Welcome back to the SwishWire podcast. I'm your host, Justin Lacertosa. I'm here with my co-hosts, Jan and Josie. Guys, say what's up.
What's good?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Today we have a very special guest. He's one of the best high school players in the entire nation. Please welcome Ramel Lloyd. What's up, Ramel?
Going on. Thank y'all for having me.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. We're just going to hop right into this. Jan, you want to get us started?
Sure. So, in the past, you've said you started taking basketball seriously at the age of 8. What made you want to take it seriously?
Well, for me, 8 is like when I started playing travel ball. So I was playing like in this league called the Wood in like my hometown in like Lakewood, Long Beach area. So like the league was like, it was a league, and then they had this one travel ball team where they take the best players in the league and make them go play AAU, right? So like at the time I was like 8, but I was like already big and like developed, and the league's team was like 11. So that summer they asked me to play on the 11U team because I was basically their size anyways at 8 years old. But I wasn't very skilled yet because I never really took it serious. So my 8-year-old summer, me and my dad just got in the lab and just trained all summer, and that's when I started taking it serious so I can play against like the older kids in the travel ball scene.
Yeah, I read that you were 6'3" in like 7th grade. So you've just always been like taller than everybody?
Yeah, I've always been pretty tall.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
To get it into at that age with that height, that's insane.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you look at your game, how would you compare that to someone, say, in the league? Do you see your game like resembling after anyone that's currently playing in the NBA?
Not exactly. I mean, there's a couple guys that it resembles a little bit, but in terms of like someone that I can just say like I can see me completely, no, because I feel like my game is so I feel like my game is very different, and I can take a bunch of different guys and put them into one. So no one exactly, but like I try to watch Bradley Beal a lot. I try to watch guys like Markelle Fultz, even like DeJounte Murray, just a lot of the bigger guards that, you know, play multiple positions and have multiple skill sets.
Justin's because he's a Wizards fan, but I saw a lot of Bradley Beal and Spencer Dinwiddie in your game. So
Yes, Dinwiddie as well. That's a good one. Yes, Dinwiddie. I've heard that a couple of times.
Those bigger and longer guards, you know, those are
right.
Some of the perfect comparisons for you because of, you know, your physical attributes and your skill set. When you got your first college offer, what was going through your mind?
You know, I didn't even know how to react because it was actually in the 7th grade. So the story behind this was I was a 7th grader and my dad had put me in this high school camp. So I'm just going to go play. Like, it didn't really matter what I did. I was in 7th grade, just doing my thing. But I wound up playing, and there's like college coaches there the whole time. But you know, as a 7th grader, you're not really thinking about that like that because you know you're 7th grade. Like college is so far away, not even thinking about that. But so I played and I played well, and then I guess coach from UNLV was watching. And was like, I need to get on this kid early, so he offered me, and then I didn't know it until I got home. So my dad just walked up to me and was like, you got an offer from UNLV. I'm like, what? I thought he was messing with me. So I was kind of in shock because I didn't really believe it.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. 7th grade, man. Like, how you get offers at such a young age. How do you like keep that from like being like, okay, pump the brakes a little bit? Like, how do you keep yourself like humble and motivated when you're like that young and that successful already?
It's definitely hard, but like I have a really good family. Hey, you know, they keep me humble. My dad is on me tough. He went through it. He knows what to do. So my family really keeps me humble because they got my back 100%.
Mm-hmm. Keeping the right people around you for sure is important.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So are you looking for anything in particular in the future college that you select? Like, what are you looking for when you go through that process?
I just hope to, you know, have a good time, play my game, and showcase my skills to get to the next level. Obviously, at that level, I want to win, and wherever I choose to go, I want to win the conference, I want to win whatever. But I just want an opportunity to play my game and showcase my skills.
Yeah.
So, do you have like any like top tier colleges that you'd want to play for?
Well, I recently dropped my top 8 college lists. I had about 24, 25 offers, and I cut it to 8. So that 8 is Nebraska, Oregon, Washington, Rutgers, Arkansas, Arizona. What are my other 2? Arkansas, Arizona. I can never get all 8 in a row. I don't know why. Did I get Arizona? Whatchamacallit? That's funny. I can never get all 8 in a row for some reason. Did I say Rutgers?
Yeah,
you said that.
Oh, Illinois, and somebody else, but I can't even think. I can never get them all in a row, but yeah. So those are 8, 7. I think I said. I'll get back on the last one in a minute.
I mean, those are all still huge schools, all 7 of those. So
yeah,
I mean, that's amazing.
True.
So your dad was a semi-professional guy. He's like been through this whole thing, like you said.
right.
He's obviously had a huge impact for everything. But,
everything.
Yeah. So what is like some key things he's taught you on and off the court?
1 is to always be humble. And 2, one of the biggest things is, basketball is a game where you can be on, you can be off, you can have a good day, a bad day, a decent day. So, like, he just taught me to always stay in the middle. He said, never get too high on yourself, never get too low on yourself. Because if you get too high, you just, obviously you're big-headed, you're cocky, you're not doing the right things all the time. But if you get too low, you won't have enough confidence to do what you need to do on the court. So no matter what's going on, my dad always tells me to stay in the middle, stay level-headed, and just keep working always.
That's huge to have your dad as your mentor. He was a pro too.
Right.
He has the experience. That thing that you just said. Keep yourself in the middle. If you get too high, then you don't want to have that ego. You just want to go out there and get better every day. But other than your dad, is there someone else that had a key impact on where you are today?
Julius V. Elite. He was besides my dad, he was like one of my first AAU coaches. He was with me throughout, a long time throughout middle school, and I even stayed with him a little bit in high school. He told me about a lot of different things, training wise, recruiting, and all types of stuff. So Julius has had an impact on me and my game as well. Oh, and the last school was Baylor. I don't know how I forgot about the number 2 team in the nation, but it was Baylor. That's crazy. Yeah, I forget about the number 2 team in the nation. I don't really see how that happens, but yeah, so it was Baylor.
I gotta ask, when was the last time you and your dad 1v1'd, and how much did you beat him by?
Sure, we 1v1 like 2 weeks ago. I think I was up. My dad. So the thing is about my dad, like obviously he's older now and stuff, but he's still like 6'4", and he's like really big. Like, so how when you play against your dad, like he's much stronger than you. So like he can still stay in the game a little bit because he's big. But I won by a couple points. He just got too tired. Like he still has like the same game, but at some point he's just gonna get too tired to keep playing against me. So that's when I win.
How would you describe his game?
He's like Deion Waiters with a way more athletic Deion Waiters. That's what.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes. Deion Waiters with stupid bounce.
So in the past, I've seen some of your dream colleges were Kentucky, Oregon, and Texas. May I ask why?
Kentucky, I grew up watching Kentucky. When I was a little kid, I was watching John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins. And I was watching that game, and ever since then, I've just been a Kentucky fan, no matter who they had. Oregon, I loved Oregon growing up. A couple of the guys around my area, Tyler Dorsey, Jordan Bell, went to Oregon, and they succeeded there and got to the league and did their thing. And I just, the Nike, the culture, and everything up there is great. Texas actually isn't one of my dream schools. I don't know where you've seen that at, but Texas is a great school too. But nah, they're not one of my dream schools like that.
You said you watched Wall and Boogie in Kentucky. Is Wall one of your favorite players?
No, he's not one of my favorite players. I'm a LeBron fan, but Wall is good though.
That's my favorite player.
He's very
That's your favorite player?
That's my favorite player, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that right now.
No, that kid, he lives in New York, but he's a Wizards fan because of John Wall. And then John Wall left the Wizards fan.
So are you a Rockets fan now?
No, I'm a Wizards fan still. I mean, it's rough, but I mean, like, Bradley Beal's keeping my hopes up.
Hey,
But
that game against the Nets was good though.
oh yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
That was good.
That last
That was really
sequence was
good.
crazy. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
KD was just like.
It was like a 5-point game, and then within like 2 seconds, we were up. Like it was crazy.
I don't know how
But-
that happened.
So
But we just talked about some of the colleges that some of your dream colleges. But taking it further to the NBA, are there some teams you would like to play for?
Honestly, I'd be honored and blessed to play for any team in the association. Just to get drafted would be a blessing. But obviously there's different teams, different locations. So I mean, there'd had to be like a location. I would love to play in LA because I'm from here. And then I guess I like Miami. Who doesn't want to live in Miami? So yeah, I guess the Heat, Lakers, Clippers.
Let's say you're a free agent right now. What team would you want to sign with besides the Lakers? As I know you're a LeBron fan.
The Heat or maybe like the Pelicans. I like the Pelicans. New Orleans.
okay.
Was Zion?
Yeah, I can see that being fire.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll take Lonzo's spot.
There you go.
throwing some shade.
They just wave Lonzo Ball for him.
No, don't wave him. Actually, let's put Eric Bledsoe on the bench. I'll play with Lonzo.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, do you care about like the media attention? Like, is that something that you like? Do you want to see your name pop up more, or like, do you want to see your name up there, like, being talked about every day, or is that something you'd rather keep it low key?
I'm kind of in the middle because I think you need enough of that media attention to get where you need to go because it's so big now in this day and age. But I'm not like one of those guys that are like thirsty and driving just to get it. So like, I mean, I think it'll really come when things start picking up. But I mean, I feel like you need it in a lot of ways, but it's not like that big of a deal for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing I always saw it as is like, yes, it would be cool to be talked about like Bronny or Mikey, but that's so much pressure. But in a way, that pressure is good for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just being seen and known all the time, like at some point, like even with the recruiters and the scouts, like all that media attention makes them look at you different as well. You know what I mean? So like they judge you differently in a good way because of how much attention you get, and like they get into that too. So it's kind of like it can help you in a lot of ways, but it also really hurts you. So it just depends.
Mm-hmm. I would like if I was in a position like that, I would definitely rather, as you said, like have the middle because like you want to be noticed because you want to make it to the league, but like at the same time, like as you said, like having it all the way up. I mean, like there's pros and cons to it. So
Yes.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
What has been your most memorable game so far?
My most memorable game. It's probably a game when I was younger. I mean, high school has been cool, but like I haven't had like a game where I just been like, wow, that game was so crazy that I could think about. I mean, I had some crazy battles in middle school, but nothing too special to like really like recount on.
You haven't dropped 92 like LaMelo?
Oh no, I got to bring the ball up. I can't stay on the other side of the floor.
Low-key shot.
I respect that.
No, but 92 is 92. I don't care how you get it. 92 is 92.
Yeah.
And he still
Which is
did it
true.
pretty efficiently.
Would you rather have 92 and lose or have 15 and win?
Oh, 92 and lose for sure.
Really?
That's not even close. 15 and win or 92 and lose? Yeah, 92 and lose.
If it was 30, if it was 30 and win.
15 and win then. If it's 30 and lose and 15 and win, I'm going 15 and win. But you can't pass the ball 92.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
So
At
let's
least you're
say
keeping it
it's like
real,
the-
because
Yeah.
let's say it's like the semifinals. You get 100 and lose or 40 and win.
Semifinals? Oh, 40 and win.
Yeah. Okay.
Because 100 is unrealistic anyways. So,
Yeah.
like, you're not going to expect you to get 100. If you get 40 in the semis and you get the dub, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Mhm.
Well, switching gears a little bit, is music a big influence on you? And if so, who's the type of artist that you listen to?
Yeah, I love music. I listen to YoungBoy, Lil Baby. I'm a big Polo G fan. Lil Durk, Vaughn. So I listen to like a lot of trap type music. It's like
Yeah.
I like all of them, but the only one that I would have a question about is YoungBoy.
I knew you were gonna say YoungBoy. It's an acquired taste, but if you certain things, if you could listen to it and relate to and just kind of like, and especially before games, like I listen to him before games. I'm literally turned up the whole time. So
Yeah.
it's just certain reasons for him. I'm not saying you need to listen to him all day because I definitely can't do that either. But like certain times, like he can really do his thing.
See,
Yeah.
I don't
Need
like
that energy.
YoungBoy, Lil Baby, or Polo, but I respect Lil Baby and Polo.
Wait, you don't like Lil Baby? I've
Nah.
never heard that in my life. How do you not like Lil Baby?
I don't know. He's just not for me. I listen to some of his songs though, like his like OG Drip Too Hard. I can listen to that and stuff, but I just don't like his voice that much.
Oh, you
Yeah,
like his voice? No, but Polo G though. What's wrong with Polo G?
Polo, like I can listen to him. I've been trying to get into him more, but his songs are like a bit repetitive for me. I love Go Stupid, Heartless.
Yeah, I agree. Polo G, when he's at his best, is really good. But when he's kind of like just whatever, he's kind of really whatever. But yeah, but I don't understand the Lil Baby though. You like Gunna?
Yeah, that's
You like Gunna?
controversial.
What about Gunna?
Gunna, I like him more
I
than
love Gunna.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay. And then Dirk?
Dirk, I like Dirk. I like Dirk, Vaughn, both of them for sure.
Okay. We're good there. We're good.
Yeah, everyone else
We're good.
I like, but YoungBoy's my only question. But I mean, you like what you like. I respect it.
Yeah.
What about Drake? I hate Drake so much.
Come on,
What?
stop it.
I hate
Stop
Drake.
it.
How do you hate
Drake,
Drake?
hating Drake is like hating Michael Jackson.
If it's
That's
old,
just
if it's
Yeah.
old Drake, I like old Drake, but new Drake is just not for me.
Come on. I
doesn't
mean, he
put out any music.
has
What?
gotten a little worse, but like he's not that much worse.
I can like give him props for trying to be versatile, but I just do not like anything past like 2013.
If Drake
Dang,
wanted to
really?
put out a crazy rap album right now, he could. He just chooses not to. When guys get that like established, they just kind of put out whatever when they want to, because people are gonna gas it anyways. If he really focused and got in the studio, it would be crazy.
That's
Yeah.
fact.
100%. He is so
We're gonna
talented.
switch. Mhm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
We're gonna switch gears again. You're good. We're gonna switch gears again. When you get to the league, is there a specific jersey number you want to wear?
Yeah, I'm only 22. That's like my family number.
I saw that in your Instagram bio.
Yeah.
That's my guy Desmond Bain right now. I'm a Grizzlies.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he
cut
froze.
out.
He lagged out.
He was gonna say he's a Grizzlies fan because of Desmond Bain.
Oh, Desmond Bain. He's a buck.
He's a bucket. I love
Yeah,
watching
he's
him
tough.
play. For your game, is there an aspect of it that you find underrated?
Yeah, my playmaking ability as a passer. I've had to score. In my high school days, I've had to score a lot of points to win games. So, like I think my playmaking has been underrated because I haven't been able to show that. But like now, like where I'm playing at now, I'm at Sierra Canyon, so I have so many other really good guys on the team. I think it'll really come out this next year.
Yeah. What does your training routine look like day in and day out? Because I know that you definitely pride yourself on your hard work. So what does that look like day in and day out?
Well, for me, it depends. Like, it depends on practice a lot of the times because we do a lot. So it just depends on like the schedule for the week and basically school. But like in the summertime, like when it's really, there's 2 days, 3 days every day. Like I'm in the weight room, I'm in the gym, I'm shooting at night. Like so, basically, it's just pretty hectic when there's no school and no practice. But like besides that, it's normally just depending on when I have practice.
You need that work ethic to get in the league and go far.
Yeah.
We're going to segue into some other topics. We're just going to talk about the NBA as of right now. So who's your favorite team and why?
The Lakers, because I'm a LeBron fan, and wherever he goes, I go.
LeBron, he's not the GOAT, but he's up there.
You know
Lakers
what?
close.
I think he's the GOAT. But if you respect him enough to say he's top 3, I can deal with that.
Oh yeah.
Anything lower than top 3, I can't accept.
I don't think you can say he's not top 2.
No, yeah, he's top 2 for
Okay,
sure.
then we're good. Yeah.
I have Jordan
I mean,
above.
the only you can put Jordan and Kareem over if you want, but like nobody else. I wouldn't accept that.
Give it like if he gets 2 more rings, I think he's the GOAT. But as of now, he's just a notch below. Like I think
I
they're
don't think
pretty
he
equal.
needs to prove anything to you guys. Honestly,
I think they're pretty equal as players, but like in terms of like
Who? Jordan, LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron is definitely a better overall player.
I think they're equal. I think Jordan's scoring and is better, and then defense and their primes. I think they're pretty equal. But I mean, they're really close. I mean,
the numbers are the same basically. I
mean,
think LeBron has more career points than him.
He does, but Jordan played shorter, and plus, I mean, Jordan's bag. I mean, like he could create something out of nothing, and I know LeBron can too. But I mean, Jordan's just insane, like best of all time in my opinion.
Yeah, I can give it to you. Like I wasn't a big Jordan fan either for a minute, but then I watched like this. Like I just said I'm gonna stop hating on Jordan. I'm gonna just sit down and really watch, and he was ridiculous. So I gotta give it to him.
Let me ask you this: who do you think is the most complete player of all time in terms of like skill?
No, that has to be LeBron. No one 6'9", 250. The way he moves, the way he passes, the way he shoots, everything. There's just no way anybody else could do it like that.
That I agree with. I agree with that part.
People could come at me for this, but in terms of pure all-around skill, I think Larry Bird is a close second.
The only thing with Larry Bird is that the athleticism wasn't there. That's why he gets.
He didn't have athleticism, but he could score from anywhere. He had that amazing shot. He had playmaking, defense.
Yeah, for sure. Larry Bird would be good in any time.
Yeah.
True. But LeBron back then would have literally 5 in a row, 6 in a row.
Honestly, LeBron wouldn't have wanted to play. He would have got fouled too much. I'm saying as a LeBron fan.
That's true. The LeBron rules, basically.
All I see is whining nowadays.
What do you say?
He's just whining nowadays. That's all I see from him.
Everybody's whining nowadays. That's all. Every superstar. That's all they do. But people always talk about LeBron whining. You got to go back and watch like Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson, because Magic Johnson was way worse. You couldn't touch Magic. You couldn't touch Michael either without a foul, and he would be whining all the time.
Yeah, he could just tell the ref he got fouled, and then they would just call it.
The thing is, once those guys get like to where they got, like as established as they were, they just wanted to foul every time. Because you think about it, you don't remember LeBron asking for a foul before he won the 2 championships like that. Like he was just playing, but as soon as he got like being like the king, he wanted. You know what I mean? So
my bad.
Go ahead. No, I was done.
Oh, when you're LeBron, I mean, you get those calls. Like as annoying as it could be as a viewer, like. You get those calls when you want them.
Exactly. He does. I mean, if you were LeBron, you want the calls too. Like I'm LeBron, like call the foul.
I would be the same way.
Yeah.
So, based on this season so far, who do you think is MVP? You had to pick.
It's hard. It's hard to say. I really don't even think they should do an MVP this year with the circumstances. Just like they don't do an All-Star game or whatever. But I mean, if I had to pick. I mean, it would either be Curry, Embiid, or Bron. I don't think Curry's getting talked enough about because he's ridiculous right now.
Mm-hmm. Him and Draymond are, in my opinion, and Wiggins at times, they're like the only 3 that could do much of anything on that team. So I get that perspective. I'd probably go Embiid. Did I say
Embiid?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in your 3.
I'd probably go him, but like the top 4, I think they're all like pretty equal. Because, I mean, no one's really a clear favorite this year.
Who else are they looking at besides those 3 I named?
Nikola Jokic, I have him in there, and KD.
Oh, yeah, KD. I guess. KD misses too many games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Steph is like the clear cut for me because he just wills them to win all the time.
Yeah, I mean, the guy had a 57 and he couldn't win the other day. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, if my Wizard... My bad.
He looks like past MVP stuff to me this season, which, I mean, he was clearly like unanimous MVP back then, so he could get it again.
Yeah, Steve Kerr said he's the best he's ever been.
Last thing I want to say about this is if my Wizards were doing somewhat decent, Bradley Beal would definitely be up there. Averaging like 36. It's crazy.
He's first team All NBA,
hmm
in my opinion.
I think he's
His position?
definitely on one of them. hmm
Yeah,
He'll be an
first,
all-star this year, finally, right?
hmm
He wasn't last year, right?
No,
No, they snubbed him.
that was painful. That was painful. The final NBA question we're going to ask, as of right now, for this season, what is your current NBA Finals prediction?
Oh man, I got the Lakers on the West. I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks in the East.
I like that.
I don't think the Nets are gonna last 3 series of 7 games to get to the Lakers, especially with their depth. There's no defense, and all 3 of them dudes are injury prone. So I don't think they're gonna last the whole time.
I don't think they're making the finals at all, but the Bucks, they're really close. Like, I think they could definitely make it. For me, it's between Bucks, Philly, and Boston.
Philly definitely not. Philly, they can't. They're not gonna do it. They have Danny Green on the team, and then Boston, maybe Boston. Yeah, Boston and the Nets. I mean, in the Bucks.
I could get down with that. We're gonna segue into our final topic, which are just some training questions about how you develop some skills of your game and things like that. Josie, you want to get us started?
Yeah. So, you are pretty knocked down when it comes to shooting. Is there anything specific that you look for, that you train with as far as like your shooting routine?
No, for me, I mean, it's just a process. I mean, you got to like start off like with getting your mechanics right and all that, and then you just get a lot of shots up. Really, like that's what it was. My dad taught me how he wanted me to shoot, the little things I needed to do. Because with a jump shot, you can do everything perfect, but if you do one small thing wrong, it's off. So it's just about repetition and getting a lot of shots up and shooting the ball the same way every time. So that's the main thing.
Repetition is definitely important. It's probably the most important of all of them. You could create your own shot. You could pretty much create out of nothing. And you said earlier you watch Bradley Beal a lot. How did you develop the skill of your game as a shot creator?
Everything. I mean, I don't want to keep going back to this, but everything in my game, everything I do, it just goes back to my dad. He taught me his whole scoring package that he learned. Because my dad, he really taught himself how to play. So when he was young, he started off playing football and baseball, and then he wanted to play basketball, but no one in the family really played like that before. So he had to really watch film and everything and teach himself how to play. So he really wanted to make sure that when he had me, that he wanted to make sure that he gave me everything he knew, so I could learn instead of having to do the same he had to do.
For sure.
So basically, with my game, it's just all his stuff: step backs, mid range. He always wanted me to be a big guard. I was always bigger than everybody, so everybody tried to put me in the post early. But he always knew that I was gonna want to be in 6'6", 6'7", so I was gonna be a guard. So he always wanted, to develop my skill set on the perimeter.
Is there a piece of advice that you've heard that someone else could benefit from hearing?
I think one thing is just take one step at a time, and whatever you're trying to do, and your goals. Never, just every day, just take another step, and don't go backwards. Basically, people just try to go from here, point A to point F, but you got to go to B, C, D, E, F, and build so it can happen naturally.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Last question for you. So what do you do in terms of recovery and diet to help you on the court?
Diet-wise, I probably need to get on one. I don't do too much of the diet stuff. But recovery, I mean, I go to like those little labs and stuff, like the therapy places, to get, scraped and ice machine, the Normatex, I have trainers and stuff for all that. So I have a couple places I go to get recovery and stuff like that.
Okay.
Ramel,
go ahead.
We're just going to wrap it up there. You could say your last point.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say it's easy in LA. That's everywhere. So all those types of places to get your stuff, worked on is just every corner. So it's pretty easy.
For sure. Ramel, we just want to thank you for coming on. It was truly a pleasure. And We just hope that, someone watching this, could take something out of this from Ramel, a future pro in the league. And, we can't wait to see your journey to the pros, and we can't wait to see your future. So we just want to thank you for coming on. And
thank you guys.
Mm-hmm. This was the SwishWire podcast.
So
This was the SwishWire podcast. I'm Justin Lacertosa, and that's Josiah Cook. We're just going to wrap this up here. So thank you guys for watching. You guys could follow us on Instagram at SwishWire and subscribe to us on YouTube. And it was great.
And Ramel, do you want to shout out your handle?
At Ramel_Lloyd on IG. Hit me up.
All right, for sure. This was great. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.